Welcome back. Well, Suicide Prevention Week is this week, so we thought we'd share some information about what to do if you or someone you love is feeling hopeless and contemplating suicide. We're also going to tell you about apps that can save a life.
Yeah, Dr. Melissa Westendorf is a clinical psychologist, attorney, and she's a co-founder of the Technology Wellness Center. Great to see you today.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
It's a good time to be talking about this. Suicide prevention is this week. I know September is Suicide Prevention Month, and you were saying I think Monday it was Global Prevent Suicide Day. So it's good timing for this. Are there statistics that you think are important to share as it relates to suicide and our population?
Yeah, you know, I think it's important, one, that we talk about this to relieve the stigma, right? So people will seek help. But really, it is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. And for kids ages 10 to 24, it's the second leading cause of death for them. There's approximately 45,000 a year. And that leads to about 3,000 attempts per day.
Wow.
So it's a big issue, and if there's anything we can do to help reduce that stigma and get people talking about it, to encourage people to talk about it, we need to do that because it's a serious problem.
Mm-hmm. So let's start with what to do if someone is feeling suicidal.
Sure. I mean, certainly if you're having thoughts of suicide or self-harm, you need to seek help. You know, you need to go and talk to somebody. Call 911 just to get somebody on the phone immediately. There's suicide prevention hotlines, but you have to talk to somebody about what you're feeling, because you have to remember it's a momentary feeling, and so people need support just to get out of that momentary feeling to a place where they can recognize, okay, I don't want to do this. And how can I keep myself from getting into that spot that is so profound and so difficult for people?
I didn't realize there were apps out there until I saw your topic today that are helpful as it relates to suicide and suicidal thoughts.
Right. Now, again, I go into this saying an app is not alone going to be there for you, right? But if somebody is afraid to go talk to someone, I think an app might be a good bridge. If you can start using this app to start looking at what's leading to these thoughts, it might help you get to the next step. There's also apps that you use in conjunction with therapists. So it's with you and your therapist using this app. So there's some good apps out there. There's some ones that aren't as good, but there are some good ones that I think can help people through the struggle.
Well, let's highlight some. One of the first ones to talk about is My 3 app.
Right, so there, what you're doing is you're finding those 3 people that are important to you that can help you get through this momentary crisis.
I get it.
And so it helps you also develop a safety plan. You know, think about it, the safety plan is schools go through fire drills, tornado drills, right? Because you get more kind of muscle memory, right? If you go through this safety plan. It's the same thing for this. Here's my safety plan. This is what I'm going to go to, because you have to remember when you're in that spot, you don't think about calling this person. You don't think about doing this. If you put it in an app, and everybody's connected to technology, if you put it right there, maybe you'll use those things in your safety plan.
Is this under the assumption that someone who's thinking about suicide doesn't want to actually do it?
It's about getting that person through that moment. Okay, so maybe they want to do it, but to remind them of why they don't do it. The next app that we have, we'll talk a little bit about that.
And this is Suicide Safety Plan?
The Suicide Safety Plan, and then also the Virtual Hope Box.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
The Virtual Hope Box is, what you put into that are things to help you, I want to say relax, like if you have some anxiety related to it as well. What inspires you? Who are the people that you want to stay alive for, whether it's children, grandparents, you know, whoever it might be.
So is it showing you pictures?
So you can put a whole bunch of different things into this Virtual Hope Box. It's helping you build resilience to those thoughts, okay? And sometimes that's what people need in that moment. To get through it and then start working on where they're at generally with their depression or anxiety.
So it's your why. It reminds you of your why.
Exactly, exactly.
Going back to the other one was your suicide plan.
Right, again, and that's just another version. I think it's just iOS.
Okay.
And that's with the suicide plan. Just again, it's a safety plan to prevent you from taking that step.
Gotcha.
And again, like I said, I don't want anybody to use these just alone and think like this will do it.
Yeah.
That's not the case. You need help. But if it can help get you to that point, then I think it's a good bridge.
And technology is in all of our hands, so it's good to have something that's readily
Right.
available. Then
Right.
you also mentioned earlier that there are some apps that you use in conjunction with therapists.
Right, right. And so there is a VA app. It's my VA app. And that is, you know, veterans use that, and they can use that in conjunction with therapy. And then there's another app as well that you use it. It's from SAMHSA. And I'm forgetting the name right now.
Substance abuse and mental health. Oh, it's the Suicide
Yeah,
Safe.
Suicide Safe. There
Yeah.
you go. Again, you use that in conjunction with therapy, so your therapist is helping with in the app as well.
That's great.
Great ideas.
It's kind of like a multifaceted approach. So
Right,
you've got
right.
emergency numbers you can use, some apps like the Hope Box, but then also things you can do in conjunction with therapists to try to improve this situation, find the right resource for help. And I have heard a lot of people say if you get help and maybe it's not working or you're not feeling better, try something else. Don't give up.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't give up. I mean, we think about it as therapists. We have a bag of tools, right? And whatever we can put in that bag and pull out to help get people through this moment, through this time, and to help feel better, then we'll use it. And I think these apps are one more tool that we can use to help people, and people can use to help themselves too.
Tool in
great.
that toolbox.
I like
the
that.
technologywellnesscenter.com is where you can find out more about Melissa and all she does as well. Thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you
to
very
see you.
much.
Thank you.